to another NCAA tournament post-game reports that has already come to there. But yes, guys, make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to this channel. Make sure you guys are still subscribed to this channel, because YouTube is still unsubscribing people. They want to unsubscribe to our very own channels. Well, mine's fine, the others are not. Same with Black and White Sports Networks. I don't know how many times I have to keep saying that when it comes to videos, like unsubscribing channels, but YouTube, you better fix this. Come on, man. Seriously. So, away we head to that one, guys. Now, since we'll look at the brackets, we'll look at Texas. You know what? Why not start with Texas BYU game? Because right now, St. Louis is beating the shit out of Georgia. So much for that Dogs. They're not a basketball team. Football is for football. Georgia is for college football, besides basketball are not. Right now they're shooting themselves in the foot. So, BYU and Texas game was pretty much alright with that. I mean, the game was kind of like back and forth. And we'll look at the North Carolina game also just a moment, because I was barely going back and forth, and then the rest of the games earlier today, because tomorrow we're headed to the second day, and the women's start with day one. And guys, tomorrow I will be streaming in the second half only. I am going to be streaming tomorrow live. Please stick around, stay tuned. You will be seeing me there on StreamYard YouTube on Texas and Missouri State game. Missouri State Texas game. Well, Missouri State Texas for tomorrow in the second half, because I have a feeling they're going to blow them out. But I will also going to be covering Furman and UConn game as well. Yeah, we're also going to cover that for tomorrow's big game, a big basketball game. I keep saying big game, but you get my point. 3-point shot for St. Louis, got it. Game's already over for now, but the game's already over. Illinois is already going to face VCU on Saturday. But now, let's get to the reaction of today's statistics. But we're gonna get to the recap for our game. To our game that we just, excuse me. For that one, it barely, Miles Volkaitis barely took care of it. 23 points, and now the Basta, his time could be up. But I want him to come back for next year. I don't want him to go early to the NBA. This, again, the one and done needs to end. It needs to end, guys. Because I don't know why they keep doing this every single time. Ever since the late Kobe Bryant, R.I.P. Well, he did go to college, but high school, that got into the pros. Something's going on. Something's fishy, and something is wrong in our boys basketball. And LeBron's the one that made this one begin in 2003. Ever since, we just don't understand, guys. And because of Carmelo Anthony also as well. But from today's game, Matas Volkaitis had 23 points and 16 rebounds, and number 11 seed Texas Longhorns knocked out the 6th seed, the Mormons, aka the Mormons, BYU, Cougars, 79-71. As St. Louis is blowing them out 74. Yeah, it's already gonna be over. Houston's up by 20 against Idaho. I'm also watching that game. And then the Gonzaga game, I will also eye on that game. Houston gets a turnover, but the other side, Gonzaga's trying to hang on. 79-71 on tonight's, in the opening round, earlier tonight in the opening round of the NCAA tournament, overcoming 35 points from Cougars forward AJ Basta. Is this the last time No, it's not the last time. He's going to come back for another years to come. I understand we're in the NIL, but NIL also needs to go too. Go back to the full academic scholarship. Go back to the full academic scholarship for like 3, 4, or 5 years in college only. Go back into the way it was. And this is my Bowman Funko, by the way. Go back to the way it was. College sports isn't the same. It is hurting our game. Especially NCAA. And then Idaho's shooting 3. No good. Houston's got the rebounds, but out of bounds. Pushing out of bounds. And now, after needing to beat NC State 2 nights ago in the first 4 to just to reach the first round, that Texas advanced. Right now, they're going to face either Gonzaga. They're up right now against Kennesaw State. They're up by 11 on Saturday in the West Regional over there in Portland, Oregon. Quote, one word I will use to describe our group is resilient, Texas head coach Sean Miller said. It goes on, as we entered this tournament in Dayton, I think all of us up here really came to grips let's really go out playing at the highest level we can sticking together. But and another one goes on with Coach Miller. Here's what he says: we understood that he has an ability to score that nobody else, but what we talk about was a jump shot by him was a victory for us. And then what we could afford was that he puts Dylan Swain in a great foul trouble, or he fouls our entire team out. Swain plays ass off earlier today. My goodness, just another guy that he wants to play basketball. He's just wanting to play basketball. But Trayvon Mark, who hit a fadeaway jumper from jump inside 3-point line with 1.1 seconds left. Yeah, it was two nights ago. 68-66 victory against NC State, and he just added 19 points against BYU. But you can't even describe to make this up. That's what Trayvon Mark used to say. Here goes what he says. Quote, the last second shots that I get, I feel uncomfortable, and they're going in. So that's all I can say. Trayvon Mark is just another guy that he wants to play basketball. He just wants to play basketball. That's all he wants to play. He's just another man, another level, another dude. Bam. Play what you gotta play in the University of Texas Longhorns in Austin, Texas. Because we're 4 hours from here in Eagle Pass, Texas, to over there in Austin, Texas. That's 4 hours. Yeah. And there's your tournament summary. Yes. And by the way, the state of Texas, they're 4-2 in the NCAA tournament. SMU only lost. By the way, they only lost. So, just want to be sure, and then we'll get to North Carolina in just a moment. And there's another one that lost earlier today. I want to be sure who they lost to. Because I know Texas State got bust by bracket earlier today. I want to be sure. I just know that. I just know that. Actually, I think they're 4-1 right now. Yeah, they're 4-1. They're not 4-2. They're 4-1. Because Private A&M has already moved on. Yeah. But I digress for that. But Dylan Swain just played 37 minutes tonight. And also he just shot 14 points, 6 and 12 from the field, 1 and 3 from the range, and then 1 and 1 from the line, free throws. But he's got 5 rebounds, 6 assists. Volkaitis has 16 rebounds. earlier tonight with 33 minutes, 23 points, 10 out of 17 from the field, and then 3 out of 11 from the line. And except Trayvon Mark played 35 minutes, 19 points, 6 out of 13 from the from the field. Excuse me, from the field. 3 and 6 for the range, and 4 and 4 from perfectly in the line. Yeah. And off the bench, you got Chano Weaver, 20 minutes, 5 points, 12 and 4 from the field, and he's been shooting 1 and 2 from the line. He's got 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and these guys got it done because they were shooting just going back and forth. I enjoy it. They're going to come out in the trap. They're going to come out in the pressure trap against BYU and AJ Dybasta. And it worked. The Sean Miller strategy worked. It is turbid. It's only the first 2 games. But can we take care of the next game? Right now I'm looking at Gonzaga, Kennesaw State. Man, and BYU, 40 minutes for now. AJ Dybasta has 35 points, 11 and 25 from the field, 1 and 7 from the range, and 12 for 12 for perfectly from the line. And he got 10 rebounds, 1 assist. So there's that. But those kids, Hubert Davis Jr. 39 minutes, 9 points, 3 and 5 from the field, 1 and 3 from the range, and 2 and 3 from the line. He's got 2 rebounds and assists. But Robert Wright III, not Robert Griffin III, Robert Wright III, 37 minutes, 14 points, 7 and 17 from the field, and he's got 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals, I should say. But now the game summary, I'm watching the Houston Cougars. Right now they're up 59-33. They were shooting right now 51%, and he has 5 of 10 from the range, 39 rebounds, 28 points in the paint. Flamings is now 14 points. Yeah. Because I'm kind of watching this game right now. The winner will be facing Texas A&M. That's going to be a Texas toast on Saturday. So, okay, they're going to lose this Saturday. One will be losing on Saturday. So they're going to go, okay, 4-2. All right. That's going to be the turbid changes. If Houston takes on. Okay. If Houston takes on. Because right now St. Louis is blowing them away. So another one, KM has played 18 minutes, 0 points off the bench, 5 rebounds, 0 points off the bench. Zilch. Look at our team stat tonight. Look at our team stats for tonight's game. We were shooting 47% from the field, 36% from the range, and then 50% from the line, but BYU has more because of AJ Dybasta, the freshman kid. He's got to stay here for another year. If he goes to the NBA, what the bleep else is new? What else is new? I'm watching Gonzaga right now, and then St. Louis is already blowing them out easily. And right now, you got 14 assists. We split with 6 steals. There's the Paige Becker's Fonco next time I should get. 5 blocks, 9 turnovers, total turnovers that we have allowed. You got points off turnovers, 12, only 12 of them for BYU. They still lost in fast breaks, and we got points in the paint. We split with 19 fouls allowed, and we still have the lead, largest lead and percentage lead. So, no problem there. Now, the brackets, we're going to get to that right now. That Texas is now moving on. They are going to be facing the winner of this game right now. Gonzaga is up by 4 against Kennesaw State. Just 13:08 left remaining of the rest of the game. And the game I'm also looking at, yeah, Georgia's already game boat raced against St. Louis. St. Louis is beating them up badly. And the game I'm also looking at is Houston trying to hang on. Well, they're already hanging in there against Idaho Potatoes. The Potatoes of Idaho. So there's your games. Yes, you're looking at those games. That was earlier on. Yeah, VCU is going to face Illinois. By the way, Texas A&M is already a weight up a winner tonight's game. High Point, Arkansas. Yeah, I know that. But let's look at the tournament challenge, and since it's already been bust my bracket, yeah. Oh God, my God. Let's look at my brackets, because right now it's starting to feel very disappointed. Starting to feel disappointed. Yeah. But North Carolina, I gotta say they disappointed themselves, and they were just trying to hang on in overtime against VCU. But tonight is not their night. And there he is. And right now I can't even see what percentage it is, but yeah, I'm just looking at it right now. And there's follow live coverage. And this is a live, and there's the bracket cast. Right now, I'm 70 points, but the bracket started to go down. Now there are 22,000 perfection brackets remaining. Yeah. And by the way, guys, Texas bust my bracket. It don't matter. It does not matter. We still won the game. We still won the game. We're moving on. Texas bust my bracket. It does not matter. Still on my Longhorns with Sean Miller right now. It's only year one. Common sense is coming back. It does not matter. The Aggies bust my bracket, by the way. That's the one I got me struggled. But going to Game On from Will, the Game On Show contest. There's ESPN Radio. Yep. Right now, C Ride 28 is all over right now. Then, but Berg's Bakery, they're now 99% because their perfect bracket is not happening. Except Will from Game On. Yep, I don't see crickets, but mine sucked. It sucked right now. Still picking the Houston Cougars, a shirt I'm wearing right now. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Now, earlier tonight's game, you want me to talk about North Carolina. You want me to talk about that game. So, the other game I want to talk about, just for quickly, because I want to get back to those games. Gonzaga is now up by 4 against Kennesaw State. Gonzaga's final year in the West Coast Conference, because they're going to the Pac-12 next season. To return to Pac-12, but Boise State's got to be there. Yeah, it's a good thing. So, they erased 19-point deficit, and they stunned them. I was pulling for North Carolina to win that one, and Gonzaga scores again. Speaking of, going back to the Houston Cougars, St. Louis is already there going out against Idaho Potatoes. So, and then this is the one. Terrence Hale Jr. felt he just wasn't himself in the first half on tonight's first round of the NCAA tournament. When he returned after the break, he was nearly unstoppable. And yes, Hale Jr. made a step back 3-pointer with 3 seconds left in overtime. Number 11 seed VCU erased from 19-point second half deficit to stun the number 6 seed North Carolina. Yeah, you see the final score there in the team's opener. So, and then Hill finished 7 for 10 from the 3-point range and scoring 23 of 34 points after halftime. Yeah, as VCU won its first tournament March Madness game since a decade ago. And this quote: I know my team needs me down for the stretch. Going into the second half, I wanted to be aggressive as possible. When the play were there for me to make them. I was going to make them. If my teammates were open, I was going to hit them. Apparently did not. Well, actually, it just did. For ECU. The Commonwealth just took care of business earlier tonight. And that reminded me, is this who pull off the sixth biggest comeback? Yes, since the second largest second half comeback with Lavaz's 22-point rally against, now I remember that, against Cincinnati in 2018, 8 years ago. So, and another one for the VCU Coach Martelli Jr. says, this game was the perfect microscope of who this group has been. They've been resilient as much as any group I've ever been around. We've done it all year, exactly. But Coach Davis, the disappointment loss for the second consecutive years. Well, for the third time in the last 4 years, they have failed to reach the round 32 with Coach Davis ever since his first year in 2022 lost to Kansas in the national championship. We all knew that. Man, it's starting to fall apart. We had open looks. We had shots in the basket. We had an executed plays. Coach Davis says, Hubert Davis, and we miss 8 free throws. Sometimes the ball doesn't go in. And then Trimble had some problems. We weren't playing as loose as we did the whole game. Played down stretch and let his teammates down. And a quote, I did notice that Martelli said. A couple of shots that went short, I said, we got them right here. If we could just take a couple more shots, we're going to have a shot. Yeah. That's because VCU just took him down. For another one is North Carolina can't even handle that. It's starting to fall apart. But let's look at their team statistics right there. VCU shooting 45% from the field, 42% from the range, and 69% from the line. They have better percentage than North Carolina tonight. But their rebounds for UNC did not matter. They still lost. Same with assists, same with steals, but they have more. VCU's got more blocks than that. Turnovers, fast break points don't matter. Same with points in the paint. They split with fouls. All these leads, they fell apart at the end. And there is the game break right now I'm looking at is Gonzaga. And, well, Gonzaga's trying to pull this one out of the bag. They're up by 6 right now. And within 10:31 left to go. Still looking at the results because I'm watching the Cougars game. So, Brennan Jennings played really good. 34 minutes. Lazar Dragovic. 38 minutes, 15 points. And then Nick Lewis, 60 points, 31 minutes. And then Terrence Hale Jr. off the bench. He played 40 minutes off the bench. 34 points, 13 and 23 from the field, 7 and 10 from the range, and then 1 and 2 from the line. 5 rebounds, assists. The kid's got some ball to work on. And then Seth Trimble played 43 minutes, especially in overtime. And then Henry V-Star played 42 minutes, 26 points. It's still not enough. In a 9-18 from the field, 3 and 6 from the range, and 5 and 9 from the line. 10 rebounds, 4 assists, and that's not good enough for them. Trimble's got 8 rebounds and 6 assists. That's pretty disappointing. He split with Derek Dixon. And then Stevenson and Dixon split with rebounds with 5. So they both split with that. So their North Carolina season's over. What's next for Coach Davis? Is he going to be on the hot seat when the time comes? We'll have to find out. So right now, the Cougars are now up by 30, is 70-40. They just shoot 3 points. It's barely calling on my television. And Gonzaga is up by 6 within 10:31 to play. And St. Louis had 100 burgers right now over Georgia. It is a complete boat race. See with Illinois earlier today, Michigan 3 100 burgers earlier today. Yeah, Michigan just took care of business, and they're going to be facing St. Louis as of Saturday. If you missed it earlier today, Duke survived scared against Siena. They almost choked that game away. I mean, Siena almost bust my bracket. I really wish. Michigan State won easily on North Dakota State. Nebraska won easily against Troy, their first tournament in history. NCAA tournament win in history. Arkansas took care against Hawaii. High Points upset. Vanderbilt took down on McNeese State. Cowboys, John Matrix with Black and White Sports. Louisville won by 4 against South Florida. Almost pull off the upset. VCU upsets North Carolina. Texas A&M busts my bracket against St. Mary's. I hope Houston beats them because right now they're running away. TCU won by 2 against Ohio State. That's earlier today's game. So there you have it, guys. It's almost time to wrap it up. Tomorrow's game, that could be my upset watch of the day. Alabama and Hofstra. Can Hofstra upset Alabama tomorrow? And we could see the roll tiers roll. We might have to see it happen. Without Aiden Holloway, because of a marijuana illegal thing, legal marijuana, he couldn't stay out of it. As Stephen Anthony Smith used to say on First Take, just try to pull this off, stay off the weeds. He never listens. To younger kids out there that wants to be a grow up as athlete, don't be like them as role models when you're an athlete. Don't be one of them as role models when you're an athlete. Don't be like Aiden Holloway because he got kicked off the team also. So, and tomorrow night UConn's gonna face Furman. I'll be looking forward to that. Like I said, time to look forward to that because tomorrow's game, Santa Clara, Kentucky. I can see Santa Clara pull off the upset. Akron, Texas Tech. Please, Texas Tech. Please beat Akron for me. Long Island University's going to face Arizona tomorrow. Well, if 16 wants to be the 1 seed, we'll have to wait and see. Rice State's going to face Virginia tomorrow. If Rice State beats Virginia, Virginia's going to have a problem in the first round. And then Tennessee State's going to face Iowa State tomorrow. I think Iowa State's going to beat them. And my upset is going to be Hofstra over Alabama. It needs to happen. Utah State and Villanova should be a great one. And Miami, Ohio. I can see Miami, Ohio trying to beat Tennessee tomorrow if they can pull that upset. Because they're not going down. They only lost to UMass in the MAC tournament in the quarterfinals. Iowa and Clemson game. God, I hope Clemson beats them. St. John's and Northern Iowa game, that should be good. And then UCF, UCLA, Queens, and Purdue. Purdue's going to take care of that. And then Private View A&M against Florida. Florida's going to run all over them. Cal Baptist and Kansas. I got Cal Baptist. And then Missouri's going to face Miami. Missouri's going to run all over them. So there you have it, guys. Tomorrow's game, that's going to take care of it on the men's side, and the women's side we'll have it tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be streaming on the second half only Texas and Missouri State game. Please see me tomorrow on streaming or YouTube. I am not going to send you the link to an invitation on camera because it's just going to be me solely. Yeah, if you want to come in, that's fine. But if you don't have to live chat, that's fine. Just watch me commentating. But we'll be ready to take care of that. So. Again, make sure you guys subscribe to this channel. Make sure you guys are still subscribed to the channel because YouTube's still unsubscribing people. Thanks to YouTube. So, peace. I'm out, guys. Have a good night. See you tomorrow. We're going to close this out for tonight's March Madness game. What a day one it was. Until next time.